check the stream, see if it's up and running, mute it. And a message for nobody. Alright. Ready to rumble. Okay, so where we last left off in D&D, you were in the Trollgrave Chasm, which is a disgusting nuclear wasteland. The Sorcerer Kings obliterated this place. They laid waste to it. The trolls that lived here were very advanced, an atheistic people in a world with no gods. They had improved technology to levels that nobody else in the world could achieve. And they had regeneration, which made them formidable in battle. But the Sorcerer Kings came in there and they blasted them with some high-level magic that destroyed the surrounding environment, permanently corrupting it, and also cursing the trolls so that their regeneration would be a horrible cancer that spread all across the area. And so the castle at the heart of this place that you're now laying siege to with your airship is overgrown with thousands of bodies of the troll people. Their mangled bodies growing all over the place, enmeshed into the very stones and the ground of the buildings. So the floor that you walk on will have troll faces and arms grabbing at you. The walls themselves will be covered with like a fungal layer that is just rotting, mutated troll flesh growing out of control and blob-like. And so it's all incredibly disgusting, and there's a radioactive fog in the distance, and I think it's nighttime too, so it's probably kind of spooky. But the place is lit up. It's not dark, because at the center of the main plaza inside the castle walls, the machinery has come to life, and huge gouts of flame are shooting up into the sky, and plumes of dark smoke. And it's awakening many of the intact undead trolls in the area. They're rising up out of the muck and beginning to crawl up onto the surface. And if I go to my notes here, you'll notice that these trolls are a little bit unusual. So I got a table here, and I'm going to roll a bunch of dice. And so the trolls that emerge, we've got a 3, a 5, a 5, a 4, a 6, and a 1. Okay, so 2 of them, they are emitting like a unhealthy green glow that lights up the surrounding area. One of them has wings and begins to fly. One of them is vomiting all over the ground. One of them has a deformed body where he crawls up out of the ground and his torso continues to come up out of the ground, and he crawls forward and his torso comes out snake-like and curves, and he continues to crawl out. He's got a really long, stretched-out torso. It's like 15 feet long and grotesque. And the last one is one of the ones that has like 2 troll heads growing onto one body. And maybe it doesn't have the correct number of limbs either. And so all of these disgusting troll mutants are all becoming sort of agitated as the structure of the building comes to life. And you can see that in this large outer tower, there's a spire on top of it that's glowing brightly. And there's several other towers like it that are spread around, like this one on top of this inner tower here. And you know that there's a whole bunch of these little tech drones that emerged from the building earlier that were trying to repair the outer towers that you destroyed, but they've retreated into the interior, into the inner rooms. And where we last left off, you had parked your airship somewhere safe, and you descended on your flying carpet so that you could try to sneak into the side of the building right here. The whole building collapsed under the assault of your siege weapons, and in the rubble you could see that there was a bit of an entrance that you could get into the lower level. So we can put everybody's figurine onto one of these lower level maps in the corner. So that's going to be right here at the bottom. I'm going to grab some of these tiles of rubble to mark the spot. I don't see the figurines on the board here. Do you have them somewhere else?
What was that?
The party figurines, do you know where they're at?
They were on the table somewhere.
Oh, I see a ring sight. I see another ring sight. Yeah. That's a figurine. It's not the figurines, though. There's a bunch of ring sights around.
They're on the table. They're on the map here. See this? Woo.
Ah, good, good. Okay, so let's move them here. Okay, so when you destroy the tower, it leaves a lot of rubble all around here. Let's say your flying carpet descends down along the side of the castle here and lands near the rubble.
Alright, where's the frickin' commander? I'm getting sick of this nonsense.
Yeah, you may have to go inside and look around. Okay, well, actually, let me do a thing. So, as you approach the building, something begins to happen.
Did one of you live in Australia?
I don't think so.
It's a very cool place.
Okay, never mind. Moving on. And fucking ads.
Okay, so what's happening is at the very top of the initiative, a bunch of tech drones are going to emerge into this room where the damage happened, and they're going to inspect the damaged area to potentially repair it. Right here, where the tower collapsed, the gravity reverses, and all of these rocks fly way up into the air. And they're now floating up in the air.
Okay, what the frick is actually going on? I think this place is like coming apart or something.
I have to draw a box. This is a 20-foot cube, which isn't going to be very big on this map, I guess, so... Ooh, it's going weird. Let's see. Try that again. Wanted to put it here. Okay, so there is a 20-foot cube of reversed gravity levitating the rocks up out of the way so that the tech drones can go in and repair the damage. That's the lair takes that action. Self-repairing. And then we go to the Troll King. Deep inside of his lair, the Troll King is going to do his movement. You're going to hear metal clanking reverberating throughout the tower. The badly damaged structure shakes with every heavy footfall. This creature is enormous. 4 to 5 times larger than any of the mutant trolls that you've seen before, and mostly made of a metallic superstructure. He's going to cause 2d4 more tech drones to spawn. So we got 5 more. And he's going to distribute them from where he is down through a hole in the floor, which distributes them here. All right. And you're going to hear a voice in the distance, and it's speaking in a enhanced form of like the troll language. You don't understand what he's saying, and there's a repeating nature to it. Like the same structure of troll words is said, and then a moment later the same sentence repeats, but you don't understand what it's saying. All right, Oren's gonna go.
Repeat that last sentence.
What's up? Repeat it.
Repeat the last sentence.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the Troll King is repeating a message to you. You don't speak Troll, so you don't know what he's saying, but you can tell that he's saying the same sentence again and again, mechanically. A message on loop.
Like, is he speaking it?
Yes, but it has the sound of machinery.
I sending spelled him before, right?
You got nothing. He's an undead.
Well, frick.
Oren's going to go stealth. He's going to sneak very carefully. He's going to notice that there's a reverse gravity trap. He's going to notice that there's a falling rocks trap. He's going to notice that there's rough terrain trap. He's going to notice that there's a slide down into the basement trap. He avoids all of those traps very carefully and dexterously, and he gets down into the undercroft, the basement of this castle, the dungeon, and he's going to throw his weapon, and he's going to distribute his shots, and he's going to kill these drones that were down here in the basement.
So all the boxes and bags that were in the hallway, put them in the closet. We were in the hallway and Dad had told me to move them in the closet. That's it.
Is he coming out of the closet?
I had to move you. Oh, sorry. Forgot to mute myself.
So Oren has gone in there. He's done a sneak attack. He kills several of these little creatures. They're like a spider-like creature. They have an almost humanoid form if they stand up, but they sprawl out spider-like with bent limbs at weird angles, and they crawl along the walls. And at the heart of them, the body of the mechanical spider is basically a bubble full of fluid that contains an undead troll head that acts as like the senses and the brain of the thing. And so this weird combination of an automaton and an undead is scouting around, and Oren kills them all. So he wipes them out, and then he gives the signal that it's all clear, but he warns you about the traps. He cannot disarm anything. They're not like a mechanical trap that you could disarm. They're mostly just hazards. But he has warned you. Reverse gravity trap, falling rock trap, slide trap, rough terrain trap.
Where do you
Dangerous.
enter into again?
So, if you look, here's where you start. And then this is the collapsed tower rubble. And then I drew a line. This is sort of like stairs descending. Just imagine this is all rubble here, but you can walk on it as rough terrain, and it goes into the basement there.
Okay.
Okay. Where are we? Where? Oops.
Orin went.
We're
It's
going. We're
Mark's
going to
turn.
the basement over here.
No, don't move yet. Don't you move yet, because it's Mark's turn. We're actually in initiative.
Okay.
You're way at the
Mark,
bottom. See?
Ha! I don't believe that.
You rolled real good.
This is all.
Sometimes it pays to have a high
Do
initiative.
some real damage because I'm about to mug the fuck out of you here, man.
Alright, I'm gonna follow Orin and try not to activate any of the hazards.
Okay, so, like, what are you going to do to avoid the traps? Rough
I
terrain
just
only slows you
follow
down.
Uh-huh. Wait. Does my... I forget if my thing makes me ignore rough terrain. Where is my book of good deeds? Does that do that?
So, rough terrain only slows you down.
need
When you get to the slide, you'll have to make a dexterity save not to fall down into the basement. It's about a
Okay.
20-foot drop.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash to catch up to Orin, and then I roll a dex save, you said?
Yes, please. DC 15. You're just trying to balance on precarious pieces of rubble that might shift underfoot.
It's just a flat d20 roll.
Yeah. No dexterity.
Was gonna be a 17 and I rolled more 6.
No, 6 is pretty terrible. You're gonna face plant. You're gonna face plant.
Tumble and fall.
And 20-foot drop does 3 damage. That is bludgeoning.
Okay.
That was almost a minimal roll. So you get a tiny boo-boo on your knee, and you're fine. You and Orin are both in a basement. The basement is flooded. So now that you're not quite in the basement. You're behind Orin, but Orin is currently about waist deep in water. And it's not clear water. It is very dark water, so you can't see what's under it.
Okay. I use the remaining bit of my movement after the dash action to stand back up and shake off the water off my body.
Alright. So, legendary 1. Okay. Something happens elsewhere in the building. There's a pulse of energy in a 40-foot radius. So, down here in the basement, you hear a sound, and it sort of builds in intensity for about 5 seconds. And then there's a discharge with like a popping sound, and the whole building shakes a little bit. But you don't know exactly what's going on upstairs.
We gotta cut the power off.
Isn't that really far away though?
Yeah, it's a couple floors away. The troll machines in the basement here have come to life. There's large pipes running down from the ceiling down into the floor, all along where the wall is. That's all pipes, and the water is flowing into the machinery and up into the system, and the hydraulics are pumping. You can see a bit of a water wheel on the wall. It's got a rune that's making it spin forever, and it's pumping water into the system and through the pipes. And there's a bunch of steam building up. So that's the troll machinery. And then legendary 2, you can hear a noise as if a bunch of engineers and smiths were hammering and ratcheting and repairing something elsewhere in the building. And then a bunch of the tech drones are going to move. So I'm going to deploy my tech drone army from here. To
Hey,
here.
drones.
And they become a horde of tech drones.
It's much more convenient.
It's a whole mess of tech drones in a horde. Gathering. And then Legendary
That's a funny
3.
thing about hordes. They're easier to fight, which raises the question of why you would ever gather your minions into a horde as the big bad, rather than just spreading them out like pancake batter.
Nah, that's purely for the DM, for my sanity, so I don't have to do like 36 different little meaningless minion characters.
Let's not make a 3-week-long combat.
But if you're the big bad, why would you put stuffing your minions too close together? Apparently gives diminishing returns. Just spread them out over like 20-foot blocks.
He has an infinite supply. He can spawn 2d4 of these every turn, plus an additional d4 from a legendary action.
What? Okay, he's gotta die. I'm not doing this.
They're small, though. They're not very powerful. But they can explode.
Yeah, fireballs.
Okay. The third and final legendary action is the Irradiated Beam. Okay, so looking down from the top of the tower, he's scanning around trying to spot you. I'm going to see if he identifies the party down below. I rolled pretty poorly, so what he does spot is the movement of an animal, perhaps a vulture that was feeding on one of the undead troll carcasses nearby, took flight, and he lances it with the Irradiated Beam, and it takes 3d12 necrotic damage and dies instantly. So he's playing sniper from the rooftops, so you have to be very careful. You're pressed up against the wall for safety, where his sniper shot can't hit you. Okay, ringside, it is your move. You and your butterfly.
Okay. How far away is he from me, specifically?
Okay, so you are outside the building, and he's several floors up. So you have an entrance into the basement. Do you want to go into the basement?
What the frick is that thing? Oh, okay, it's reasonably sized. I thought somehow you summoned the fire Colossus over there. But yeah, let's go down.
All right. I assume you can move about as far as Morgue if you hustle. But you're going to have to make a dexterity save, DC 15. Unless you're flying. Do you want to fly?
Was flying get me there faster? Oh, right, I can, yeah, I'll fly.
Flying avoids traps on the ground, so you can avoid the dexterity check. You can also fly above the water if you want, if you can fly. But you don't have enough movement to get in there. Do you want to bring Butterfly with you?
Yes.
Did you have time to heal Butterfly? He had like 40 damage on him before.
No.
You had several turns while you were just doing airship combat before you even came down here, so if you want to burn a spell to heal the 40 damage, you could.
He's marked as having full health, and I'm not sure why.
We healed him. No?
I put it on his token when he took damage.
No, but we healed him like. Didn't we have a rest?
Since the combat? No. No, you just landed.
Just wondering when he took the damage.
From one of the towers, I guess.
Whatever,
Or
I'll
one of the
subtract
flying
it.
trolls, something like that.
Whatever, it's fine.
Well, he has a
But
bunch of hit
no,
points, so
he's
you don't
not
have to heal him.
woken.
Yeah, he was attacked, and he was grappled, and he had taken 40 damage. So,
So yeah, he's coming.
Butterfly has a lot more movement than you do, and can
You
fly.
can go ahead. He's
So if you want
flying.
to put him in the room, I think he can get pretty far. Where do you want to send Butterfly? So if you're looking down the hole into the basement, it looks as if there are 2 exits from the room filled with water and machinery.
Hey, can I mount Butterfly?
And if you want to, you could try to climb on him. But he is
Can I be on
a,
his back?
a big, dangerous creature, and he was trained by somebody else. We might take that as some sort of threatening action.
No, he kind of knows me.
True.
Can I be on his back? Or...
Take your shot. I'll tell him to let you do whatever you're doing.
Okay. Well, as long as he is being mentally commanded, I'm sure you can climb onto him. It does use a bunch of your movement to get up onto a mount, though. And then you can use his movement to go the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I won't. I'll just let's say like that's part of my movement, and I just land wherever he lands. That's pretty much. Because
Alright.
I can't fly, so.
So, from the entrance here, door A or door B, which one do you go to?
Well, let's start from the beginning with door A.
Alright. Door A, the first door on the right. Butterfly heads to it and runs out of movement just inside. Butterfly didn't shriek or start combat, so I guess it's not filled with enemies currently.
Excellent.
It looks like there's stairs in that room, but Butterfly doesn't speak, so... I don't know, do you have a telepathic link with Butterfly currently? Would you catch information through the bond?
I don't remember how intelligent he is.
Animal intelligence, so he's probably not able to convey a whole lot about the room until you go over and look. But Grimorn can see that there's stairs in the room.
I suppose so long as he's in our group.
I'm on his
Yeah,
back,
so
so I can
as long as
relay whatever.
So,
Yeah.
Grimorn, what you can see is that this room has several pots in the corner, pieces of pottery covered up on top. There's a big table in the middle of the room. There's several boxes in the corner on the right. Up ahead, it looks like there's a door on the left, like large double doors, and straight forward there's a door that looks like it goes into a room that's underneath the stairs that go up and around.
Okay. Yeah, just relay that.
Okay.
It's like a storage room or maybe an old kitchen.
All right. Well, then it's your move.
Yeah, this place is like 1,000,000 years old, huh? So, like, it's gonna be pretty shit. But I can't really move. No.
You can
Or can I
dismount, but
just
it'll
drop
take
off
half your
of
movement.
his back?
Yeah, you can get off, but it takes half your movement, so like 15 feet.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move it like this much, pretty much.
All right.
I'll go and take a look at what's going on in these rooms. That's pretty much it. I guess, can I don't know, prepare? I guess dodge or some shit like that?
You take the dodge action. Excellent.
Yeah.
Do one more thing and roll a perception check.
Get a 21 minimum.
21.
Yeah, minimum, so... I'll roll one anyway.
Okay, neither of these rolls is going to beat a 21.
Yeah, it's a 21.
All right. Your keen senses detect the click-clack of little feet moving in the stairwell, but not on the stairs. They are up in the ceiling of the stairwell where you can't see them.
Oh,
Back.
can I prepare?
Anomaly.
Can I prepare?
Anomaly.
Can I like shoot a fireball in case I see something?
All right. If enemies approach, you'll throw a fireball at them.
Pretty much.
Okay. Somewhere in the building, the message repeats. The mechanical voice saying something it's said 100 times. Hey, Will.
Hey,
I've only done one turn for you, so that's cool. I had you sneak into a building, check for traps, and throw some psychic darts at some minor enemies, and they all died.
awesome. Thank you.
So you're currently about waist deep in murky water in a very industrial basement. You might think of like an area in Fallout or something where you're just in an industrial area that's been flooded and there's big pipes going into the water and sucking the water up.
Gnarly.
Somewhere in the building, the boss is shouting something in Troll, but it's mechanical and repeating. And so he says that right now, and then it's your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
So, for some reason, tabletop Steam is not actually opening right now. I would like to, is it still the same day?
Yeah, it is the same day, probably
last time?
only a few minutes since the last battle. So I'll just describe the room. You're in a big, wide room. It's got two doors, door A and door B. There's not a door in the doorway. You can basically just walk through it. Grimorn is riding Butterfly, and he has gone in through door A. You can't tell if there's anything in this room because the water is murky, and it hasn't been thoroughly explored by anybody.
Well, I would like to float above the water,
So you're gonna levitate?
and go levitate with my boots and go invisible. Well, there's no other living things around here, right?
You
We
haven't
killed all the bad guys.
you
All
haven't
the bad guys?
seen anything but 3 tech drones, which you already dispatched.
Okay. And Butterfly went through the door.
Yeah.
Ahead.
Mhm.
Okay. So then I need to get into the other room, stealthily as possible.
So Butterfly's like 30 feet ahead of you in door area.
Sneaking through.
All right. That puts you in the room. Orin noticed that there's some tech drones hiding in the stairwell, but you can't see them from your position. Unless they come out of the stairwell, or if you go into the stairwell, you're not going to have line of sight on them. But if you listen carefully, you can hear them positioning themselves for an ambush. Also, if you didn't catch the room description, there's large wooden doors to the left, and if you were to go forward, adjacent to the stairwell, there's a little doorway that seems like it goes in underneath the stairs, maybe into a storage area of some kind. And also in this room, there are boxes and ceramic jars and a large table.
I need to make sure I take care of threats first. So if I find any of those drones, I need to dispatch them.
All right. Well, they're probably, I don't know, 30 feet away and in a hidden location where you can't get line of sight. Do you want to move up with your dash?
Do yes. So that's my bonus. So that's 2 moves, right?
Yeah.
But well, then that means my that's 2 moves, but I also did a sneak, so therefore or a hide action. That leaves me out of actions to attack. Am I right?
Do you want to position yourself like to the left of the stairwell to attack them if they come down?
Yeah.
All right, so you press against the wall here,
That's it.
and
So
you're in a pretty good hiding spot.
I I use the sentinel feat to go ahead and provoke AOs.
To ambush the ambushers. All right,
Yeah.
that'll be Morg's turn then. So Morg, the room that you're looking at, you have to slide down into it, and then it's waist deep, probably 4 feet of water, and then only a few feet up to the ceiling. So if Orin was flying above the water, he probably had to go flat to do it. So there's door
I got
A.
into tabletop. I don't see where we are on this thing.
So everybody's on this map because the map is split up into 4 sections. So this is the looking down from the sky.
I see. Okay.
This is the
Gotcha.
second floor, the first floor, and then the basement.
Got it. Okay.
So you have entered the
Understood.
basement of the castle. Through a breach. Okay, Morg enters the water. It's cool and refreshing considering how hot it is all the time. Now you're probably still muted. Are you saying stuff?
Oh, yeah, I was. I was saying like I was already in the room because I did the dash action last turn to catch up with Orin.
Well, I mean,
Is
he
the
was.
water rough terrain is really high up, like waist high, or is it
Orin
just a little-
was like right
over there?
here, so
Okay.
I think you were like just behind him in that square.
Okay.
So it puts him like 30 feet to the door A, a little further to door B. And this is the wall of pipes, and this is the water wheel. This is the deep water.
Yeah, is the deep water, is it rough terrain?
No. It doesn't hinder your movement. It's not even 5 feet deep.
Okay. I can move 40 feet over here.
Are you
Are they
in
fighting these
elemental
tech
form
drones already?
currently? No.
No.
Okay, so you're in human or mole form, I should say. Yeah, the situation is like a double ambush. They were preparing to ambush your party, and now your party is preparing to ambush them.
Are they hidden behind like a door or something, or can I already see them?
It's hard to describe. So there is a stairwell, like an L shape, where there's a ceiling and it curves upward. So as you ascend the stairs, there's like a nook tucked up into the upper level where the tech drones are hidden, hanging upside down from the ceiling in the stairwell. So in order to have line of sight on them, you literally have to go into the stairwell, which is what they want. They want to attack you when you enter the stairwell. They're just not very stealthy.
Okay. Okay. Let's see how far is this. Okay, yeah, so it's about 60 feet. I'll just ready action to hit them with, where's my cantrips? Hit them with, Starry Wisp if I see them.
Okay.
Pop out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Legendary action 1, 2, and 3 go off. The troll machinery continues to hum. Maybe with slightly more intensity. Maybe the whoosh of the flames erupting from the pits in the yard is like a little more intense. But the tech drones do not move from their position. Not these ones that you've heard, but maybe the ones that are in this area are going to do something different. You hear a whole bunch of metallic noises, like skittering insects moving in the walls. It seems like they're getting closer, but you can't tell exactly. Ring sight. It's your move.
Okay. So they're just above us, right?
They're a floor above you somewhere.
Uh,
Do you want to move into the water room behind Butterfly?
sure, yes.
Okay, that's your movement. And then
They're still not here.
yeah, everybody's awaiting an ambush.
Hmm.
Everybody's piled up into door A. Door B is also an option, just a few more feet down the way.
Does it sound like they're getting closer?
Yeah, like I said, you can hear the sound of the swarm moving closer, moving through the walls, but you don't have a specific idea how far away they are or how long it'll take them to get here.
I'm gonna have Butterfly block the other door.
Okay. Butterfly
Next door
moves
along.
to block door B. Okay. So yeah, this room here, it had the stairwell, it had a couple doors, but they were closed up. Sealed wooden doors that stood the test of time and have not decayed yet. Okay, so, do you want to cast any spells? I think you still have an action.
I don't know what spell I just have. Actually, wait. No, I'm being stupid. Arcane Eye. Enough of this stealth nonsense. Where the frick are they?
Alright. What do you want to do with the Arcane Eye? Where do you want to send it?
Move it up a floor.
Okay, so your Arcane Eye, do you want to send it into the stairwell? It can move like 30 feet, right?
I was just gonna send it directly up a floor.
You can't.
Yeah, but
Can it
I just
pass?
wanted to
Can
send
it
it
just
30
pass
feet
through
upwards.
like thick stone? Because you're in a basement, right? Like it's a solid surface. There's not really a way through.
You can make it appear on the other side of a door, but once it forms, I don't think you can make it pass through objects. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's like multiple feet of
That's also a
solid,
three-
multiple feet of solid stone blocks
Hang
that I
on,
believe.
You create an invisible
Oh,
magical eye.
that's fine.
Yeah, but you can. I can just create it. I don't need to see the spot I'm creating it in.
Right. You can create it 30 feet away from you, plus however many feet. But this is also 3.5 talking, so I don't know.
So you're saying you want to throw it through the roof? You want to cast it into the floor above you, directly above?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let that happen. Okay, so you're looking at a big open area. This is inside the castle. This is like the main room just inside the main gates outside. So from here, there's a whole bunch of ways to go. There's a bunch of rooms. Each corner of this large rectangular section seems to have one of the towers that you destroyed, but whatever structure remains, you can move up through that part of the structure. But there's also a couple rooms that have stairs, maybe more than a couple. And you catch a glimpse of a bunch of the tech drones moving towards the northwest tower. They're going up into that tower, or down into that tower, whatever the case might be. From here, you can see straight out the door, looking west, and it looks like there's an upper bailey. I think that's what they call these in a castle. Like if you were having a siege, they have to fight through the main gate, fight through the main plaza, and then they have to go up a tight, narrow area where they can have arrows rain down on them, and then that comes into this upper defensible area where defenders in the castle can rain attacks down into this upper courtyard. So from inside the castle, you can see outside into that upper courtyard outside, and you can see that there's probably some barricades and some ruined wooden structures, and also that's the location of several of the mutant trolls that were moving around. So I'm going to put them on the board. Let's see. Your arcane eye detects one, two, three, lag, 5. Okay, so there were a bunch of hidden trolls that your arcane eye will spot in the courtyard. And let's see, you're probably going to spot this one, and you're probably going to spot that one, and maybe there's some that you don't see.
Burn the entire floor.
You see a lot of things you don't like with that arcane eye. I suppose you relay all this information to your party members?
Yeah.
What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trolls that you can see?
All I heard is they want me to burn the entire floor.
Well, it's the troll castle. It is crawling with undead troll mutants. Okay, well, I guess he's done. Gromorn, it's your move. You waited that whole turn. You never got a chance to throw your fireball.
Nope.
You're ready to action.
Nope.
Doesn't trigger.
So they're behind that door, huh?
They're up in the stairwell. They're in a hidey spot up in the stairs.
There's really not that much else here.
Well, the room has not been thoroughly searched. Do you want to spend your turn searching?
No, not really. It's not old stuff, and I'm more concerned about the combat.
Keep in mind, you can hear a bunch of movement upstairs. You're down in a basement, and there's probably some movement noises that you hear.
Yeah. This here is like the open area on the outside, or what? Is there another room there?
It's a complicated building. You can actually go out from this basement area into the lower courtyard. So this building has a lower courtyard and an upper courtyard, and there's a bunch of rooms underneath this upper courtyard. So from outside, you can't get to this lower area. You can only get here through the tower, which happens to be where the tech drones are all headed.
Well, there's some stairs there where these two guys are.
Yeah. You have found the stairs that go upstairs, and they're just ahead, about 30 feet.
And Oren, what's your plan there?
If you want, I could open this door and then you could blast him with a fireball, or I'm just going to go ahead and
I could do that, but I'm concerned they might. I don't know what will happen if I blow them up.
They're not actually behind the door. The door is just a room under the stairs. They are in the stairwell.
Oh, they're above that.
Yeah, they are up in the stairwell, like almost a floor above where you're at, because they're hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
So actually, what I could do is peek around the stairwell, try to take him out that way. Actually,
yeah. Could you say could you look and see if we can see them, and then I can shoot a fireball up there?
now,
If we can.
how I know about them is from my blind sense.
No, they're making noise.
Yeah, I heard them.
Here,
I'm
maybe I
kinda-
can make a little diagram. So if this was the door, like this is the door going in, the stairwell goes upstairs. So it goes in a little bit, and then it starts being stairs like this. And
Yep.
so their location is like here and here, which means when you're looking at them, you can't see them.
But we know they're there.
You can hear them clicky-clacking on the ceiling with their metal legs. They had a pretty good
Okay.
stealth, but not nearly good enough to beat your ears. Your ears pick them up.
Oh. So I opened the door.
No, again, there's no door.
Without tapping in?
The door is
There's
to
no
a
door.
it's like to a closet, so you don't need to go through the door.
Huh?
It's just
There's no door there.
an open entryway into the stairwell where the enemy is waiting to ambush you.
Oh, well, I'm gonna shoot a fireball up there.
Okay, you throw a fireball into the stairwell, obliterating everything. The tech drones
Yeah, but
also
it's-
explode.
But it's a muted fireball.
Just a low-level one? Third level?
Might have
No,
mentioned
it doesn't make sound. He has the
Oh,
advanced version
muted.
of Fireball that doesn't make sound.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha. Silent one. Okay.
Yeah, silence.
The
Silence.
tech drones are gonna make loud explosions anyways.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be from. They won't know the source at least, you know.
Yeah.
You want me to roll the damage?
No, these things have so few hit points that it doesn't matter. They're built to explode.
Uh,
Your average damage will almost guaranteed kill them.
okay. So little fireball.
So when they die, each one of them contains a bunch of chemicals that explode in a 10-foot radius. The stairwell fills with caustic, necrotic gases and fluids. They spray everywhere. It's a acidic mess, and it's quite disgusting. But after a moment, the damage is done and becomes a harmless mess.
So we're gonna have to be careful when we're. We don't want to get too close to them when we're killing them.
Mhm.
They will be, yeah, pain in the ass. Okay, well we've seen that. I'm gonna move around the corner back here,
Okay.
so I'm not seeing them in case something comes down.
Okay. Step over next to the table. The lair does a thing. Ring sight. You there, ring sight? Okay.
Yes.
Roll a spellcraft check. So you can add
Who's
your charisma and your proficiency bonus to a d20.
My charisma.
Charisma.
Okay. And my proficiency.
Charisma and proficiency. To a d20. You're hit with an effect which is trying to dampen your psionic ability.
Let's see. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm
15.
gonna lucky that. No, I refuse. Lucky. There we
21.
go, much better.
21 is better. Okay. So you feel as if an effect is trying to press down on your mind. You felt this sort of effect before when the Psionatrix was activated and all of your psionic
Oh.
abilities were dampened.
Oh no.
But you powered through it and you did not get cut off from the source of your psychic power. So that was the lair action. The Troll King repeats his mechanical message. And again, he pulses with energy, and the entire building shakes after it charges up until it's fully amplified, and then discharges through the structure with an enormous pop. Oren, back to you.
Um. So what I need to do, okay, there's this kind of Harry Potter closet underneath the stairwell you're talking about, right?
Yeah. It's bigger than it looks. I mean, that's what, 25 by 25?
Yeah, I do feel like we need to go ahead and see what's inside here really quick. So I'm gonna check for traps, open it.
Okay. Check that door.
Uh,
What's your roll?
it's investigation, right?
Yeah. Investigate that door.
It. Okay. So that'll be that. We got 28. And is there a trap?
Ooh. You don't detect a trap, but you can tell right away that there's movement on the other side of the door.
Oh. Uh, can I still, in my turn, open the door and do a sneak attack in the same action?
Yeah, it's free action to open the door if it's not locked.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Okay. You throw open the closet door. Immediately, your nose is appalled at the stench. The room is filled with twisted mutants. Let me do a quick roll here. We've got a 3, a 4, and a 3. 3, 4, 3. So 3, 4, and 3 means... Let me find my table here. Got 2 that have extra heads. And the one in the middle has the stretchy body. Okay. Were you here when I described the mutant the mutant undead trolls that were in the building earlier? I think you arrived just...
I was not.
Okay, so these trolls are incredibly mutated. So the ones you're looking at in this room, there's 3 of them. There's one that's hiding to the right. There's 2 that are sort of in front of you. And a couple of them each have 2 heads. And the other one, his torso is 15 feet long. He's got regular arms and legs and head, but his torso is 15 feet long and snake-like.
I want to go after that one, hopefully, and that's the one that probably catch my eye the most.
Hang on, let me stretch this out.
Can I do the sneak attack?
Actually, maybe this way is better. Long boy. Okay, who do you target?
The snaky guy with a 28.
That'll hit.
I do 39 regular damage and 8 psychic.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I don't have any more. Well, you said it was a free action for the interact?
Yeah. Opening a door is free.
Okay. Well, then the last one I would like to...
Did you have sneak attack damage on that? 47 seems low.
I rolled terribly for the darts.
Oh, okay.
It's like 60 darts. I only rolled 3 darts. Almost minimum damage on that. So what I would like to do is... okay. I'm back around the corner. I'm not moving per se, but to hide around the corner, I'd like to float up above the doorway so that it makes an actual hide.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that maybe there's a chance that I could go ahead and get a sentinel, a sneak attack coming up.
Okay. You distance
If
yourself
the exit.
a little bit.
Yeah, just enough, in the remaining move action that I can go ahead and sneak, but hide above the door. Floating.
All right, Morg.
I'm going to be back in a little while. I have to go pick up my order for this tomorrow.
Okay. Now to our druid. Might be muted again.
Yeah, it was. Let's see. Still no visible enemies. There's trolls in the hallways.
No, actually, things just changed. So Orin opened the door, which means you can actually see a troll through the door with 2 heads.
Oh, okay. These ones weren't coming in from the stairway over here. There's a different area.
Okay, so there's a little room that is underneath the stairs, and there's a little door that goes into that sort of storage closet area under the stairwell. And that room is crawling with undead trolls that died where they were huddled in the basement for safety. Orin did a sneak attack on the big long one. The other couple that each have 2 heads, they're becoming enraged and getting ready to rush out of the room to attack. You can probably see a little bit of the longer one because he's stretchy, so he feels like a little bit of the entranceway as well.
Okay, I can move 40 feet up here. Can I melee attack this one? Is this one in the doorway?
I think he's not quite there. He's only 15 feet long, and if he was in this back corner, he probably only extends into this this corner square. It's hard to pinpoint it. See where his front point is right there.
Okay, then I'm not going to move all the way up that far.
Tiny map. It's hard to pinpoint.
Yeah. I'll just move to this back one here, and then I'll hit that one with the... where is it? Actually, I'm going to... Go ahead and... Wait, crap, I keep forgetting where the map is. There's 4 maps.
Yeah.
Over here. I'll move all the way blocking the door. I'm going to use my free action to change my shield into the tower shield so I get more AC. And then I will put the AoE spell that is gonna put level 3 moonbeam in front.
Is it going to affect them? Or is it just blocking them?
Yeah.
All 3?
Trying to look up those. Oh, again.
Maybe just 2 of them?
It's a 5-foot radius and it's a 40-foot cylinder. I don't know if that like ends up going through the like ceiling and going to the next floor.
It probably hits the ceiling. Solid stone, several feet thick.
Doesn't say if it gets blocked by walls or ceilings or anything, or if it needs an open space to use it.
I think you can cast it within the room, but I don't think it would extend through the ceiling.
It's a 5-foot radius, so
Yeah, if you put it dead center, I think it hits all of them. Kind of catches the corner of the two, and the one in the middle that's stretching through it.
Yeah, I would do that.
All right.
So it would be like this.
All right.
And the third spell, so they have to make a Constitution saving throw. I don't know if the mutation thing does anything with shape changer, or if that's not a thing, then it doesn't. If they are shape changers, they get disadvantage on the saving throw, and it would turn them back to their original form.
No, they have a mutation, but it's like a permanent mutation, so they don't change shape.
Okay. So DC 24 Constitution saving throw, or they take 3d10 radiant damage, or half if they succeed.
12, 17, 17. I think those all fail, right? They're tough. They have a +6 modifier, but they all rolled fairly low.
Okay, so they're taking 22 points of radiant damage then.
Bam. So the trolls are going to holler, and they're going to thrash about in their tiny room.
Chris, there's trolls in here. We need more fire.
All right. Legendary action 1, 2, and 3. Troll machines. Tech drones. Tech drones are going to move. All right, so my tech drones, they were here. Okay. The tech drones move. The legendary actions trigger. And then we loop back around a ring sight. Ring sight. You're still concentrating on your arcane eye, looking through it. Your senses are dulled. You're looking at the floor above where you actually physically are. Do you want to send your arcane eye somewhere?
I don't know. Can't really point. Near that big pile of water over there.
Okay. Your arcane eye floats westward, and you can see that there's a couple trolls on this floor. One's guarding a stairwell, another is guarding a little room. It looks like there's an entranceway, or maybe it's just like a crack in the wall behind you going east. And if you continue west, it goes outside into the upper courtyard.
Are there any more trolls around here?
I'm trying to figure where you are here. It can move 30 feet, right?
Yes.
So I think it's maybe that far. What was your question? Something about trolls?
I was looking for more of them.
You didn't spot any additional ones, just those two, and the ones outside.
Well, dang it. I don't mean to pull a Taurus, it's just I use psychic powers and they're all brain dead lumps of flesh, and you have the living incinerator.
Well, you're scouting. Scouting is useful. Nobody knew these trolls were there until you did it.
Anyway, butterfly, He's still just minding the door. Ain't
Yeah, he's blocking up door B, which goes into a bunch of rooms you haven't explored yet.
I will tell him to move 15 feet into the room.
Okay, he begins moving forward. 5, 10, 15. To his right is the door that goes into the room where the party is. He's in a large open area. There's a huge door straight to the north. About 50 feet ahead. So 50 feet ahead, there's an enormous door. It's 20 feet across. There's like two big doors. Each one is about a 10-foot door. So this is a massive castle door.
Move
Prob-
move to the door, open the door, then close the door.
All right, well, you command Butterfly to go open the door. Do you mean the one into the room or the one to the outside?
Outside.
Okay, well, Butterfly needs to move a big wooden bar that is holding this door shut so that people outside would not be able to get into this interior basement. It's fairly heavy and requires a strength check.
Seriously? Oh no, my giant dragon has to move a piece of wood.
Yeah, fortunately, he's good at it. High strength.
Okay. 23. Get this out of here.
Yeah, 23 is good enough. All right. You throw the bar off and you push the door open. So now one door is like this, the other door is like that. So looking out into the courtyard, maybe I'll clone a couple of these things. That's where the burning pits are. So like burning pit 1, burning pit 2. And there were also many trolls out in that yard. So I'll just scatter a few around. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, that's the wrong map.
Giant fire thingies.
Let me move these. It's like that.
There.
So I kind of described these earlier. There are these enormous vents in the main plaza, and they're just belching fire now. And it's growing in intensity as this building comes to life.
I'm suspicious.
There seems to be a bit of a rumble growing underground. There was water being sucked up into pipes. There was a water wheel pumping that water through those pipes to somewhere to run some machinery elsewhere. You can hear the occasional pulse of energy charging like a capacitor and then popping. This place is alive, like it's got a heartbeat that pulses every 6 seconds.
A heart, you say?
Are you getting the clues? You're fighting the building. The building is the boss fight.
Well, now I'm getting you.
Thinking?
Okay, so... I mean, my turn's over. I can't do anything else.
Alright, you're just gonna stay parked here. You don't want to move or anything? You're sort of just...
I'm blind right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You are using the arcane eye, so you're just huddled down. You're in a safe spot. That's good. Alright. Gramorn.
Yeah, no.
Fireball?
No. Spirit Guardian.
Ah, burn them with the radiance. It's DC 23 Wisdom, I think.
Yep. How do I make this smaller?
You probably can't. Good luck.
What size does it need to be?
15.
I don't think they even can roll a 23.
15-foot radius?
Yep.
You might just have to
Where'd
draw a
the
circle.
ring go?
I would be able to get these undead trolls. I'm in my fire elemental form too.
Yeah, it's a little room. We can just say your fireball fills the room.
Well, I'm getting in with the spirit.
Or not
guard.
fireball. The spirit guardian would fill the
Yeah.
room. It would hit all the walls.
Engulfing them. And then also, because I'm in my fire elemental form, they would take some fire damage as well.
Roll it.
What would be like... I'll add the 2 damage together, okay? I'm gonna re-roll the 1s and 2s. 1, 2... Okay. Oh, a lot of them.
It's funny. Both of the two-headed trolls get advantage on that roll from having a second head, but they still failed it.
Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 29,
Oh,
49,
That.
49 damage.
I think the table got resized.
What? I didn't do that.
Might have to roll it back a little bit.
Oh, long.
Nope, it's still small. Might have to roll it back further than that.
I did 49 damage to these trolls,
All right, 49 and 22.
including fire damage.
We got 71 damage. The trolls are gonna regenerate because they haven't taken fire or acid damage.
Oh, no, that's including fire damage.
Which part of it was fire? Because that spell does radiant damage, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'm in my fire elemental form, and I'm walking through them pretty much.
All right, all right. So some of it was fire damage that'll block the
Yeah.
regeneration.
Yeah, 10 of the damage was fire. Is that the circle there?
Yeah, there's your spirit guardian circle.
No. Well, yes. I'll keep it for later. I can't even pick it up anymore.
All right, so the
End of
trolls
the
have
marathon.
quite a bit of damage, but it doesn't kill them. They're just very angry.
Something. And they're slowed.
Well, they don't have very far to move.
No.
Ramon, do you already have a spell circle with a description? No.
What's that? What's your question?
I was asking if you had a spell circle with the descriptions, so I could just replace
No.
this one.
No.
You have a DC 23 wisdom save where it takes 68 radiant damage or half. Is it really 68? That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I upcast it, you know.
Okay.
Lasts a while, so quite effective.
Cast it at 6th level.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the trolls don't notice, some of the trolls do. Troll King roars his illegible or ununderstandable message.
All I'm imagining him doing whenever that happens is him going, King Shark is a shark.
King Shark is a shark. Yeah, all right. Well, he's saying his robotic message on repeat once again. After the Troll King, it's going to be Orin's move. Orin, you are... where is Orin? Oh, he's right here. He hasn't come back yet. I'm just going to wait on him until he does. So we'll go to Morg. Might be
The trolls
muted again.
haven't moved.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, now I hear you.
The trolls haven't moved again. They have to make the DC 24 con save again.
Okay.
Oh, they were also supposed to take 2 extra damage. I forgot to put that
Sure.
spell damage modifier. This turn they're taking 25 damage or half if they make the DC 24 con save.
Okay, we had 28. Puts them at 99 damage each.
How badly hurt are they looking?
They're all bloodied. You've done a considerable amount of damage, and the fire damage is preventing their regeneration. And that is the main thing.
Mine's kind of in the way. Is there space above Grimorn's head that I can fly over him if I turn into an air elemental or something?
Sure.
We're gonna make a whirlwind, fire whirlwind.
Ceilings are probably about 20 feet up.
Nah, I just need to fly so I can move and do stuff. And I'm gonna wild shape into air elemental. That's a
Yeah,
bonus
this
action.
room's getting real crowded.
Where is that wild shape?
3 large creatures, 2 elementals. 25 by 25 bucks.
I'm gonna be 10 feet in the air, so people can walk underneath me if they want. Is there a thing where I can like make my thing float and then lock it in the air?
Yeah, you pick it up and then you press L. I hit it though, so it's good.
Okay. Nah, it's my turn. I just hit them with the moonbeam again. Actually, no, I don't even need to do that because that doesn't take an action. That just happens automatically. So now that I'm in the air, I'll use my action to sunbeam them. Since Grimorn is not in the way anymore. Can I hit multiple of them? Can I hit the long one and this other one?
Sure.
The beam is 5 feet thick. Okay, so both of them make DC 24 Constitution saving throws at disadvantage for Sunbeam.
Let's see, this one's
This is
got
at base
20.
level, so it's
And this one's only got 12.
68 plus 3. So they're taking 30 points of radiant damage.
Alright. They are
Yeah, okay.
shrieking and thrashing in pain. So the undead trolls are gonna lash out. The long boy, he's going to flail erratically, and he's got multi-attack. He makes 3 attacks against Gramorn. He's got a 19, which misses, another 19, which misses, and then he tries to get in and bite, and the bite is going to be a 20... 23? What's your armor class right now, Grimorn?
29.
29. No, I should write that down. You're gonna probably not get hit. What do I have to roll for a 29? 5 plus
Nat 20.
14. No, I have to roll like a 15 or better. I'm rolling bad. These things have a surprisingly good attack roll. The two-headed troll. The two-headed troll is going to make his 2 attacks. Miss, and a bite. And all of that misses. And then the other one is going to do the same. So, claw. Ooh, the claw. The first one was a 19 plus 14, which does hit. And the other one missed, and then the bite. The bite was a crit. So I've got 1 claw and 1 critical bite.
Okay.
Alright, so Grimorn, the claw hits you for 22 damage. The bite hits you for... Or no, hang on, I have that backwards. Take that back. The claw hits you for 26 damage, and the bite hits you for 44. So you have a slashing claw and a piercing bite. A total of about 70 damage.
Why am I resistant that?
I got lucky with that critical hit on the bite. Somehow he got past your armor and found a soft spot to sink those fangs in. They have that supernatural zombie undead strength.
Okay, I have some resistance though. Piercing and slashing. Are they considered magical?
Yeah, their attacks are +3 and do 3 points of necrotic magical damage.
Okay.
That's the troll curse that they make those magic items to protect you against. Are you wearing one of those? Probably not.
that?
There was a magic item back in town that negated the troll's necrotic damage.
The 3
no.
points of necrotic damage. I think we all bought those, didn't we? They were really cheap.
I don't know. Alright.
If you've got one on, you can knock off 3 points of damage off each attack. Something
No, I
to
don't-
something to
I
look
don't
at.
have that.
Okay, so you soak up that 70 damage. That was a hit. That hurt. Critical hit. Undead troll really lays into you. But they're really badly injured. They haven't got much fight in them.
Okay.
Ring sight. Now, ring sight. Butterfly is going to make a noise because there's a bunch of undead trolls rushing towards Butterfly.
Oh, it's back to okay. That's quick. Did they stay in that room, Ninja?
Yeah, they're not moving.
If we s-
Oh, so they're taking the damage at the end of the round.
Okay.
It's supposed to be at the start of their turn, if they're in there.
No, it's like they can move during their turn. If they stay in it by the end of it, then they take the damage.
All right, so they take the damage. They're
much
undead, so they're
was-
staying here to
Spirit
fight. They're not gonna run away, even though they're burning up.
How much is it? Oh, and they took a fire damage too when they attacked me.
Well, roll some dice, give me some numbers, and I'll add it on.
What was it?
I had 2 attacks that hit you. That's
They
2
take five-
2d10.
they- Yeah, they take 5 damage. 5 fire damage each attack.
Okay, so another 10 damage to this one. Actually kills the long boy. He burns up. When he bites down on you, that was his last action.
You said the Spirit Guardians was level 6, right? You upcast it to level 6?
Yeah.
Then you do 68 radiant damage on them.
No, I know that. I gotta roll it again.
So they basically went on the troll machine's turn, and you don't know what's happening with the legendary actions, and then it comes back around to ringside.
I'm gonna reroll 1 and 2.
The tech drones have all gone into wait mode, so I don't have to move any of them. If ringside ever comes back and acknowledges that I'm calling on him, I'll tell him that 4 more tech drones appeared.
4.
Yeah. You talking.
You're here.
Eleven.
Huzzah! Okay, so in the upstairs room, through your arcane eye, you can see that 4 tech
Ninja?
drones arrived.
They took an extra 39 radiant damage.
All right, all 3 of them?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to remove...
Yeah, that's the spirit guardian.
Your spirit guardians shred those trolls apart.
I'm gonna drop the arcane eye and go to where Butterfly is and tell him to come to where I am.
They hit hard. Alright.
Yeah,
Let's
Chris, I don't know
see.
if you read the Spirit Guardian text of when it affects the thing. It's at the start, when they start in their turn in there.
How far does
Or
Butterfly
the first
move?
time you hit them with it.
No, but when I cast it, they took it, but then on the next turn they can step out of it. They don't take a double round. So if they finish their round in it, then they gotta roll again.
I move as close to him as I can, and then he moves where I am.
Alright, you want to do it that way? So we go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're going to need half your... You want to mount him, right?
No.
No, you just want to get there? Do you want to dash?
Yes. No.
Okay, so regular move, and then he moves. He's got plenty of movement to get over here. He moves 60 feet. I think he's still got... he's got 90 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he flies down the hall towards you. You're in a big, wide open hallway. And he lands right in front of you. You-
Okay, are these just the crappy minion trolls again?
Well, these undead trolls are fearsome. They have 138 hit points, and they hit really, really hard.
Hmm. I cast haste on Butterfly.
Okay.
And then Butterfly can... I'm gonna wait till they're all clumped together and then have them psychic pulse them.
Okay. I don't know if that's going to work. They're moving at a steady pace. They're all moving the same rate, so they're probably going to stay at about the same distance from each other as they approach. Do you just want to trigger it when they get, close? Do you just want to throw it at the first one that's right outside the door?
Mm. I don't know, it just doesn't seem worth it. I'll just stay here then.
Okay.
Take the dodge action.
Okay, Butterfly dodges. You're hunkered behind him?
Yes.
Okay. After ringside is Gormorn. So you've just finished incinerating the remaining undead in the room. Do you want to explore?
Yeah, I'm gonna heal, probably.
Yeah, that's a good call. Healing up
I'm not
instead of
even-
exploring.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at the right table.
Your wounds probably feel pretty awful because they're full of the cancerous, nasty, toxin-filled bite of an undead troll. You might be
Well, I mean-
immune to poison, but it's still going to be gross.
I'm in my fire form, so I'm not sure what I feel. Hang on a second. I'm gonna check my spell. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. 31. All right.
$31 what?
Health. Getting
You
back.
heal 31 hit points.
There you go. And I moved as well.
All right.
Moved a bit. Yeah, just I guess trying to go back and meet with the ringside. Just letting them know that they hit extremely hard and try to attack them from a distance. Okay. And they have poisons and all sorts of different things too.
All right. There's a pulse from a couple floors up. Ringside, roll me that spellcraft save again. You're being hit by the anti-psychic aura.
That's becoming unpleasant. Yeah. 29.
Okay, you beat it again. No effect. All right. Well, that's my layer action. The Troll King repeats his message. And then he's going to move. You can hear his heavy metallic footfalls clanking. There's a clank, and then a clank, and then a tremendous smash. Ooh, nat 20. That is a tremendous smash. Troll King descends through the floor from that floor to this floor. The entire roof shakes above you. From here, he's going to extend something. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Troll King reshuffles his tech drones a bit. Orin, did Skywell ever come back? I guess not. He's got 2 turns banked up at this point. Morg, it's your move.
Okay. I'm going to. You don't see any more enemies, do we?
Nah. The 3 trolls were defeated.
Where could I hear where the Troll King or he's falling down or?
Yep,
is he in a different floor?
he strength checked through the floor, smashing down from the upper floor to the middle floor. So he's directly
Okay.
above you, 1 floor up.
Uh.
It made the entire building shake. Probably a whole bunch of dust comes down from the ceiling, and the ceiling cracks.
And is this purple thing? Is this a doorway? Can I go through that?
Yes, that is a large wooden door. It's not open currently.
Okay. I'm gonna fly down 10 feet and open it.
Okay.
Does it swing outwards or inwards?
It probably goes outwards, so let me mark that. It would be like that, and it can't open all the way here because Butterfly is blocking it.
Okay. Oh, it's doubled.
Yeah.
Okay. Now unlock.
This is sort of a loading area, so goods can move in from outside into the lower courtyard, and then through these big doors, and then through these other big doors into this room where things are processed and moved into storage.
I'm going to use my action to move the sunbeam or moonbeam 60 feet. 5, 10, 20. You're up 60, just in front of this guy here.
All right.
Right, I'm gonna back up a little bit here so I can kind of see this way and that way. There you go. I'm gonna move up 10 feet in there and lock. There you go.
I don't want
Right,
Will
that's
to
okay.
miss out on too much of the useful strategic time here, so I'm going to say he takes a stealth action. He moves over here to where he has line of sight. He makes a ranged attack. He's going to do a bunch of damage, and he didn't miss. Alright, he does 57 damage with a sneak attack. Okay. With a little bit of movement, he presses himself into the side of the door here so he doesn't have line of sight. But he doesn't have much movement left, so he can't go far. Okay, so then the trolls are going to advance. Does the damage trigger when they walk through it?
Yeah.
Alright.
So they have to do a DC 24 con save.
Fail. Fail. I have to roll an 18 or better. Fail. They're all going to move into the room. They're all going to pass through it.
They're taking So back and roll 15 points of radiant damage, or half on a success.
Alright, the trolls take a bunch of damage. And they're gonna come charging into the room. And they're gonna dash. So, damn it. Not there. There. Underneath. There we go. And this one went over here towards Orin. Okay, they dash, so they don't have an opportunity to get in an attack. But they do get in your face. They rush forward. And let me do a roll here. This is 2 4s and a 3. So this is actually 2 long boys and a 2-header. Creepy 15-foot-long serpentine undead trolls.
Dude. Make your way. I don't like it.
These monsters have too many extra tags. They're cyborgs, they're snaky, they're mutants, they're trolls, they're undead. What more could they stack?
I feel like one of those should have to overwhelm the other ones.
Alright, ring sight. You're surrounded.
Oh, I know.
Now's your opportunity to blast.
Alright, hit him with the blast. Psychic pulse. Make me an intelligence save.
It saves. I can't do those. Fail. 7, 4, 13. Fail, fail, fail.
Okay, you're all stunned until the end of his next turn. Spooky noises. There we go. Alright, take 38 damage. And since they're so busy being stunned, I think I'll just walk up and stab them while I'm here. Okay, that's 25 to hit. You hear me?
Yeah, hang on a second. I'm punching in numbers. 25 hits. The undead trolls have armor class 18, natural armor. Their hide is as tough as steel plate mail.
Attack an evil creature, +1 to the damage, and then another 2d6.
They are evil. Chaotic evil.
+1, +2d6, +2d8. Alright, take this. Take that. Take 17 more damage, and some of it was radiant damage.
Alright. You can only attack one of them, right? So it's going to be this close one.
Is it dead?
This one didn't have a lot of damage, so 17 is only going to bring it up to 70.
Hmm.
Which is like half its health. It's bloodied.
All right, good enough. So yeah, it's the end of that then. Hey, I mean, I can't do anything now for a bit, so if you guys would be so kind, if you could be so kind as to walk into the room and burn them all to death.
Grimorn, you're up. The doors are open. The enemy is here.
Okay. Easy NMO. Yeah. How much are these little squares?
5 foot. Taking the long way around.
Is there a quicker way?
So, the door has been opened up here where these pink marks
there's a
are.
door there.
There's a double door that
Oh.
goes out into the battle here. So you can basically see the big, long, 15-foot long troll that's trying to get through the door at Butterfly. And
Big-
Orin's trying not to be noticed there.
They can roll their wisdom. Their wisdom check.
Yeah, they're not passing that anytime soon. They have a +2. They can't even make it.
Okay, wait a second. Re-rolling. 1 and 2s. There's maybe one of them. Not bad. Give me a second. This thing is a legging. Oh, +6. 47. 47, and there's a little bit of fire, but that's not my attack. That's just the spirit garden. And I'm still looking at a big fucking. I'm looking at the wrong map. I was like, where are the characters? What's going on? Okay, where are they at?
Alright, so this one's got 100 damage, and this one's got... what, you said 47 damage? I think this one's dead.
Yeah, 47.
Oh.
And there's still one?
Still
Is
one.
up?
Yep.
I'm not gonna waste a big spell. I am going to. I'm gonna do a firebolt. Firebolt are pretty strong though at this level, so. I do critical hit.
Nice. It's dead.
Huh?
You killed it.
Died.
And is dead?
Burned it.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, fire's effective on trolls. Everyone knows this. It was very
Still looking
effective.
around. Yeah. The firebolts at this level are pretty strong.
We do 48.
40-10.
Whoa.
Yeah. 40-10 plus. Well, I got some plus because it's fire, but yeah.
Alright.
So I should be able to move a tiny bit more. So I'm just gonna move like this much more. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright, lair action, Troll King. Troll King
Yes, do that.
did a thing. Let me check his thing here.
King of Trolls.
Okay, I have to roll a d6 for this one. I'll roll a 6. Regrowth Lash. Vines, tendrils from severed troll bits lash out. One creature within 40 feet restrained. Plus 3d8 slashing damage. Alright. A tentacle descends the stair. So this thing, it goes like this. And it comes up behind Orin. And it attempts to grab him. Let's see, how does this work? He has to make a strength save. Ooh, that's probably not his good roll. And I rolled a 1. Ooh, that's not good. Alright. Orin gets grabbed. He is restrained. And it does a little bit of damage. He's getting slashed by the vines. It does 14 damage to him. So we'll have to remind him that he's got a little bit of damage when he comes back, and he is currently restrained. He's going to let out a cry. It's got me! You can see that a tentacle of some kind has snaked around his torso and is pulling him towards the stairwell. Alright, so that was the lair action. The Troll King. He's up on the other floor, and you can't see what he does. So Orin is going to try to make the save again. Nat 20. He breaks free. Once he breaks free, he is going to get the hell out of there. He just runs past. Until he gets here. And maybe he even makes an attack roll against the tentacle. But it doesn't seem to take any damage from his attack. Oh, actually. He attempts to use his psionic powers, and he has to make a check, and he rolls a 1 on that. His psionic powers have been dampened. Oh, he's just stacking up the problems. So he's no longer restrained, but he is psi dampened. Alright, Morg. What do you do?
Could I tell that his attack, like, he just missed, or, like, the tentacle is just
It
immune to
seems...
things?
It seems as if psychic damage has no effect on the tentacle. It was immune.
Okay. I'm going to try using my action to move the sun or moonbeam 60 feet onto the tentacle over here.
Alright.
At the start of its turn, it will take it has to make the con save or take the damage.
Alright. I don't think the tentacle can make a con save, so it's going to begin to break apart. More of a living structural hazard than a creature.
To use my movement to go back. Are you guys planning on going out this doorway, by the way?
It's wide open, you could.
I thought we were going upstairs to go fight the Troll King. Oh, everyone's going out to the courtyard. I'm gonna go close the double doors over here.
Alright. To keep any more trolls from coming in.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go up back into this room and fly again 10 feet up. And that's my turn.
I added the brown doors back onto the map. It's a little less gaudy than the previous neon colors. All right, so you go back into the room that had the storage items and the stairs, and you've moved your beam. Let's see, the troll machines are doing something in the building. You can hear the noise, the machinery, the technology whirring, and some sort of construction is happening in the distance, but you don't know what's going on. And then we're going to get back around to Ring Sight. So Ring Sight, Grimorn stepped into the room and his aura of holy power disintegrated all of the trolls. So you're standing in
I thought that would happen.
You're standing in a large open room. Orin came rushing in here because he got grabbed by a tentacle that the troll boss lashed at him from upstairs with incredible reach. And he shouts, "Watch out! It's got reach!"
Can I get on top of Butterfly?
Alright. Use half of your movement to mount. Now you can move with him.
His movement speed should be doubled, so I want to fly into the courtyard and go in the air.
The door got closed.
I assume it didn't get resealed.
Well, you could go open it back up, but Morg seemed to want to keep those trolls from coming in here.
I didn't like barricade, I just closed it.
Okay.
You could open it if you want to.
I'm opening it again.
You go back to the end of the hall, you use your free action to throw the door open. It wasn't barred anymore, so it shouldn't take long. So looking out into the corridor here, or I guess not corridor, out into the plaza. So there's a lake of mud, and to the left, just outside the door, there is the remains of a collapsed building, maybe a stables of some kind. You can see the castle wall out the door and to the right, and there's some kind of portcullis out there. It looks like you wouldn't be able to go through there.
I heard there was some kind of heart in this haunted castle.
Correct. Let's see. From where you're at, the pulse seems to be coming from several locations. For you, the nearest pulse is probably the roof of the castle. No, actually, I take that back. The nearest pulse, let me move it on to the smaller map here. The nearest pulse is in the ruins. Alright, so you're on Butterfly and you're at the door. You've opened the door and you notice that there was a collapsed stables. Now, I think this is on the roof of what's left of the collapsed stables. So there is a towering structure. It looks like a bunch of pipes and gears, and it's shining with illumination, and there's steam coming out of it.
Yep, that seems important. I'll have that.
It's quite large. It's a structure, not an item.
Does it seem to be powered by anything?
Yes, there are a number of large pipes going into it. There's probably fluid being pumped into it. Maybe steam powered.
Where am I on the screen?
Alright. If I go to the top view, you are right here. And the tower that I'm describing is over there.
Very interesting.
So, roughly 90 feet away, and an additional 20 feet up in the air. And then the tower itself is 30 feet tall, so a good 50 feet into the air.
Where are these pipes?
Well, in the flooded basement room, you saw that there were a bunch of pipes sucking water up, and those pipes seem to connect to this structure, feeding it.
I want to go back to the basement.
All right. So you're probably going to have to use your dash to get there, but you get back to the worry
Dash.
basement. Okay, so you're back in the room. It's got pipes. They're all along the back wall here.
Alright, I'll just break these next turn.
So just imagine there's a pipe here, a pipe here, a pipe here, a pipe here, a pipe here. And I also mentioned, in addition to that, there's a water wheel. Hang on. Get a better angle on that. There's a water wheel here. So several mechanisms within this room that seem to be functional and doing something actively. Okay, well your turn was over, right? It's gotta be
Yeah.
Grimorn's turn. Suppose Ringsight probably mentioned there's a brightly lit tower outside and that collapsed ruin. Grimoire. Chris.
Sorry about that. Did ringside go?
Yeah. He's taking an interest in the pipes. He thinks that the pipes connect to this tower and might be important.
Are they warm?
They have fluid moving through them.
What happens if you break them?
That's his idea. I guess we're gonna find out next turn.
So I don't know mechanics or in this world. Or pressure or steam or cooling.
Technology that nobody uses anywhere else in the world. You find yourself in a anachronistic steampunk world.
And the siphon spire thing, is that on our floor as well? Is that in that room there?
So, if you were to go out through the big double doors
Yeah.
into the plaza, there is a collapsed stables, and on the roof of that collapsed stables is a tower sticking 30 feet up out of the building.
And that's the thing that pulses, huh?
Yep, it is pulsing with energy.
Yeah, it can't be great. It cannot be great. Alright. I'm gonna move here. And I'm gonna sneak and take a peek up the stairs.
Alright, you're moving up into the stairwell.
Yep. Just peeking. Not engaging myself in there.
You feel a presence, an oppressive and evil presence.
In this area.
Yeah, the boss is directly overhead.
Just above us, where we're at.
Yep, just a turn or two ago, he jumped down from the upper floor to the middle floor. So he is right above you if you go up those stairs.
I bring it up to the attention of my group. It seems like there's a strong enemy up here. killing the boss wouldn't be a bad idea, I think. But I won't be able to do anything. So.
All right. Lair action. Fungal surge. A 20-foot radius patch of troll mat floor erupts. All right. 20-foot radius troll mat. I'm gonna put it. Let's see, somewhere here. Not sure I have the size of this exactly right. It's gonna be like that. Okay. So the fungal surge creates difficult terrain.
Okay, I'm back. Adventures never had.
So, Will, I did one turn of yours. So what happened is the lair did a lair action, and a tentacle grew out of the building and grabbed you, and you were restrained because it was a strength save. But you managed to escape it when I took your action when you weren't here. So you got out of it. You took a little bit of damage, so you need to mark that you've got like 14 damage.
Gotcha.
In addition to the 14 damage that you've got on you, you retaliated by throwing a psionic dagger at the tentacle, but your psionic abilities were dampened. There was a saving throw, but you didn't pass it, and so you can no longer use psionic abilities until something is done about that. It's just like the Psionatrix. Your psionic abilities are completely inaccessible right now.
Oh. That is a problem.
But you also had an action that was skipped, so we can say it's your turn right now if you want to go.
I see I'm still in the Harry Potter cover down there, or no?
So you are in this room here because you got grabbed here, and I had you run over there.
Got it. Okay, so if there's no current threats, then what I need to do is investigate here and search for anything I can do to stop this madness, to stop the lair, this building from going nuts. Minimum roll is a 28.
Okay. So looking around from where you're at, you can see that there's no doors anywhere in this room. There are many exits that go into many different rooms. There's 2 additional flooded rooms to the south of your position. There's a couple rooms west of your position that the wall is completely collapsed, and you can just see into those rooms. There's no door, just a bunch of rubble. And it doesn't look like there's anything of interest in there. And right near where you're at, in sort of the northwest corner, it looks like there was a barracks, but it's been completely destroyed, and it doesn't seem like it's got anything of value in it. There's some furniture, but a lot of it is damaged and ancient, and it doesn't look like there's any storage lockers or possessions that were left behind after the many centuries.
Okay. So if the cursory glance seems like that's going to be a nothing, I was planning on actually searching in this room.
Yeah, that's the barracks. You're not going to find anything but broken furniture.
Yeah. The next thing is these flooded rooms. There could be some kind of container in there that I could search.
Yeah, they're a little harder to search because you can't see into the murky water, so you're going to have to sort of reach around and grab at stuff to see if you can find anything down there.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and spend the turn to do so.
Okay. Pretty quickly, you're going to find that there is a container here submerged under the water. So you're going to have disadvantage to pick the lock on this locked container. In fact,
Oh,
it's
okay.
double disadvantage because it's incredibly corroded. So you're trying to pick a corroded lock underwater where you can't see using feel alone. So it's disadvantage -1 on the roll.
Okay. And now -1.
But you have a pretty hefty bonus, so you're probably going to do all right.
Yeah, 34.
Nice. Okay. Well, you pick the lock, although it was very difficult. There wasn't much of a lock left, but it pops open. All right. So, what you have obtained is a strange piece of machinery. It looks important, but you can't really identify what it is or what it does.
I'll have to write that down.
It's heavy. It weighs 40 pounds.
Whoa.
So, a mysterious 40-pound artifact in a large trunk, submerged in water. Alright, so we sort of went asynchronous there for a little bit. Grimorn had just gone here, the Troll King... the lair action had happened, and then the Troll King was going to do a thing. Alright, so the Troll King, he's going to... he's going to let out a fungal call, and it summons a D3 sprouts. So 3 sprouts are summoned. And let me mark those on the map here. He's going to summon one here. He's going to summon one here. And maybe a third one here. Okay. So that's the Troll King's action, and then it's Orin's turn again.
So I would like to look.
The next room over? Alright, we're going to need another investigate roll. Fishing around in the murky waters.
Again,
25. Alright. Your hands grasp on something. It slithers, but you have a tight grip. You've caught an eel.
Huh. Okay. Well, I pick it up out of the water and
Technically, it's a fish. Fish are pretty valuable if you sell it for meat.
yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say
cool.
I'll just. The fishing pool is nice and cool. To catch a fish so juicy sweet. I'm gonna just whack it on the concrete if I can, like, and then put it in my bag, I guess.
Alright.
Bag of holding. Okay,
That is a 6-pound eel.
writing it down.
6 pounds of eel worth. Let me check. Dark Sun items. Edibles. Fish. 3 gold per pound. So that is 9 gold worth of eel. Or no wait, 6 pound. 18 gold. Valuable. Money.
That's 18. That's 18 ceramic, not 18 gold, right?
No. So a fish is 300 ceramic pieces per pound because it's so incredibly rare. So this is 18 actual gold coins worth of fish.
We lived in a desert where fish just gold.
I think the only other fish you've
Same with
ever
iron,
seen were back
iron.
in the lake town of Azith's Rest. They had some in the pools.
We did find one in some weird cave place,
Oh, yeah.
but we were very unsure of how to like take them out of their natural habitat.
There's
We
also
didn't
the
have
Lake of
water with us.
Dreams, and you haven't gone there, but the Lake of Dreams has fish. And there's also the lake that's outside of the Dragon Crown, like right before you got to the Psionic place to deal with the Cyanatrix. There was a giant lake there, and that lake had fish.
Huh.
All right. Do you want to do anything else, Will?
I figured that was my whole round, but
I think you could still move a little bit if you want to go back into the main hall.
Well, I'm gonna go to the main hall. I'm gonna look around in there.
Well, actually, like, there's these other unexplored rooms. Do you want to go to the western rooms, or do you want to go
I'll
back
make
towards
it.
the
I'll
party?
make it to this room with this big old like bed frame or box in it, and I'll do something next round for that.
So we're looking like straight down. So this is actually a large bronze cage for holding maybe an animal of some kind. There's nothing but some bones
wow.
inside.
Okay. So nothing related to search probably there.
And
that thing in the bottom corner there is
the-
nothing either.
Actually, it looks like there's something in the bottom corner. The top corner, more destroyed furniture. It doesn't look like there's anything valuable in that room. It might have been a storage room at one point, but a lot of it, the ceiling collapsed, destroyed whatever was there. But there is actually like a little wooden structure in this corner that has a door that you can go into.
Oh, well, I'll go up to the door and that'll be my turn.
Yeah, this is the door right there. And it would sort of open out like this. All right, so morgue. Seems like Ramorn's
Alright.
going upstairs. The party's sort of splitting off, though. 4 different objectives going on here.
Send my moonbeam upstairs. Does it hit anything at the top of the stairs?
It hits rough terrain.
Rough terrain.
Doesn't really matter for a moonbeam.
You're an elemental, though. I don't think it'll bother. So.
Oh, he hasn't moved himself yet. He's just moving his moonbeam.
No, I was wondering if the moonbeam is like if there's stuff up the stairs. Can we go up the stairs or is it like collapsed?
You can go up the stairs, yes. Going upstairs is going to put you on the stairwell on this map right here. So, when your moonbeam goes here, there's a patch right here. It's called a fungal growth.
Does my moonbeam damage the fungal growth?
Nah, you can't damage it. It's a patch on the ground of difficult terrain, and it's covered in sort of like a troll growth that's creating a toxic miasma of necrotic and poison damage. So it's a weird
I could
combination
just
of
fly
like
above it.
fungus and troll meat. Yeah, you can fly above it. Let me delete this line, delete those lines.
Do I notice this tech drone here? Or is it, like,
The tech
stealth?
drone is hidden. But if you roll a good perception, maybe you'll hear it, because these things aren't very stealthy. Hell, I think your passive perception would notice this. I only rolled like an 11 on its roll.
Yeah, it's 23.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't see the tech drone, but you can hear that there is a tech drone in the room somewhere that you can't spot it.
That's what I was wondering is, like, that's why I sent my, the moonbeam ahead, if it was hitting anything in the hall, in the stairwell.
It would have to
It's,
go up into the room and around.
Okay, it's 40 feet and goes around corners.
Yeah, it would probably start to hit him when it gets to the edge there.
Okay. So do the DC 20 for a con save, and I roll the 3d10.
Yeah, these things don't have a chance. They are built to die.
So 28 points enough to kill it?
No. Amazingly, this one survives with 2 hit points left.
I should have cast it at an even higher level.
But the advantage is it also didn't explode. Although there's a wall between you and it probably would not hit you.
Fly back down the stairs and tell Grimoire that my spell made contact with a hidden enemy up at the top of the stairs.
There's enemy up there.
Yeah, should hit them with your spirit guardians.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that your turn?
Yeah. When I got to this part of the stairway, could I see any of the doors or anything, or no, not yet?
If you got to the very top of the stairway, you would see that this door is open like this. And from here, you actually have line of sight on the boss. So what you're seeing is an enormous smoking construct made of metal and flesh.
See how much this went. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. I would have used the rest of the moonbeam's movement to go this way and hit the Troll King.
Alright.
So he has to make the con save. Or the dice. He takes 17 or half if he succeeds.
17 damage.
I tell Grimoire I saw the Troll King. There's a massive undead troll up there with a mechanical body. He's huge. Also alert the rest of the party in the telecommunication link. Like, I think I found the
Except
big
that-
baddie.
I think
I
he's
was
actually
gonna
gargantuan scale.
But that telecommunication link is gone. You reach out and you hear that. Isn't that gone now because the
Yep. Your psionic
dampened.
powers
Your
have been
fire broke
dampened.
down. Then I just yell down in the hallway. I'm like, ring sight, where's everyone else?
That's not good.
Found the big bad.
It's also not good that I kind of want to go to sleep soon.
It is 11:54. We're coming to the close of this
we're working late.
this session here. You're making good progress. You cleared most of the basement here. You're making contact with the big bad.
I'm pretty tired too.
Do you want to just save it here? Call it a
we'll
night?
call it before we start the big bad boss.
Yeah.
So technically you've been fighting the boss the whole time, because it's not just one creature, it's actually the entire structure, and it's got multiple parts. So the creatures are like parts of the structure, and defeating them helps, but it's got like a multi-stage process to get through, and each stage has different phases and different abilities, and depending on where you are in the castle, it can do different things. So it's very complicated. It's like 3 pages of instructions.
Cool.
That is
Well,
actually pretty awesome.
have fun running 5 Nights at Troll Kings.
I wanted to make a boss that you couldn't just obliterate with
Nights at Troll-
fireballs, so this is a boss that's spread out across a huge environment, and it actually requires exploring and interacting with the environment in certain ways in order to actually kill it.
See, okay, I
Grimoire
thought
just-
that was going to be required. Actually, I knew.
Grimorton just raises the entire freaking citadel.
And
Earthquake.
Ringsight's already on the right track, because he's going after the hydraulics. He's going after the pipes that are pumping water into the system.
Alright, I'm going to bed.
All right. Good
Good
night.
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 Here, let me pack it up and save it. Okay, save it.
All done.
Thanks for watching out there in Twitch land. I'm going to end the stream there. We did have a chatter, first-time chatter. Let me see, Dracobodate. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. He says, "Yo, I'm usually a lurker, but the stream is pretty solid. I had to follow. I will bring friends to tune in again. Add me on Discord at Drekagot." I wonder if that's the person I was talking to earlier about joining the game. He said he didn't want to join an 18th level campaign because we're too far in. He said if we start a new game, he'll join us.
That'd be
And he has Tabletop Simulator, so that's a plus. He'll actually be able to move his figurine and
cool.
do stuff.
The good news is that it's not a bot trying to sell us bots.
Yeah,
Right.
an actual viewer.
Yep.
All right, good night.
All right. Have a good night, guys.